Now, let's look at an issue that is pretty bad for this country, a rotten decision by the Albanese Labor government, and one that just maybe has been triggered by the Voice debate. I told you the other week about how the badly needed low-level radioactive waste repository at Kimba on South Australia's Eyre Peninsula had been blocked by a federal court decision. After more than 5 decades of argy-bargy between Canberra and various states to find a site for this crucial national facility, the Kimba option has been worked up over the past decade, with the community, landholders and the local governments all on board. But at the last moment, a local Indigenous objection overturned it, even though the site is actually a long-standing wheat farm. The government could have appealed that decision or passed laws to overturn it, but instead today they abandoned the project.
It's actually quite a gutless and an irresponsible decision of the government to not either appeal this decision.
The government's decision today has left no plan for ANSTO to handle its waste in the future. What does the government plan to do with that waste when the room runs out at Lucas Heights?
The Prime Minister's retort is that the coalition blew the consultation with Indigenous groups and that's why the court ruled against it.
It was knocked over because of the incompetence of the former minister in the way that he dealt with the administration of that act. It is completely the responsibility of the former government that this decision has been knocked over in the federal court.
Well, maybe not. The court decision looks pretty dubious to me, and at the very least they should have appealed it. But the speculation is strong that Labor didn't want to try to overturn an Indigenous objection when it's trying to win the Voice referendum debate. That's a worry. Australia needs this facility. We've been trying to build one since way back in the 50s and 60s. Instead, we've been pathetic as a nation. We've been storing low-level waste, mainly linked to nuclear medicine, at locations, hospitals and the like spread all around the country, and especially at the Lucas Heights reactor south of Sydney. That a modern nation like ours can't find a sensible way to store this stuff is humiliating. The only silver lining here might be that because of the AUKUS deal involving nuclear energy, it might finally enable Canberra to crash through and get this facility built on defence land, like on the vast, stable and isolated expanse of the Woomera rocket range. That's only a few hundred kilometres north of Kimba as the crow flies. Let's hope sanity prevails sometime.